Good morning. Today we discuss Dedekind theorem. Before discussing this, first we introduce character. Since the theorem is too long, so we move it quickly within 15 minutes of the video lecture. So let G be a group and K a given field. Then any group homomorphism phi from G into K star is called a character. Here are examples of character. Note that you have learned groups, group homomorphism, etc. So just remember the definition of group homomorphism. So first example, we observe that if K is a field extension of F, then every F automorphism of K can be viewed as a character. We use this in the proof of Dedekind theorem. Another example is phi from Z2 into Z3 star defined by phi of 0 bar is equal to 1 bar and phi of 1 bar is equal to 2 bar because elements of Z3 are reduced classes modulo n. So first we introduce the notion, let G be a group, K be a field. Then we introduce a new kind of vector space, FGK. FGK is the set of all maps from G into K, and define addition and multiplication, scalar multiplication data as follows: f plus g of x is equal to fx plus gs, alpha into f of x is equal to alpha into fx. Such type of operation are called pointwise addition and multiplication, and you may follow any linear algebra book. You may observe that function space. So this is the function space. Observe that every homomorphism phi from G into K star can be viewed as a map from G into K, because image of phi belongs to K star and K star is a subset of K. So phi can be viewed as a map from G into K. This asserts that characters of G in K also belongs to this vector space FGK. So we now introduce a notion CHGK, which is the set of all distinct characters of G in K. Set of all distinct characters from G in K. Observe that since every characters can be viewed as a element of FGK, so the subset CHGK will be a subset of FGK. In Dedekind theorem, our aim is to prove that CHGK is a linearly independent subset of vector space FGK. In other words, we may say this. Before proving this, I suggest you to remember the linear independence and dependence. Also, you uh, know the property of vector spaces. So to prove this CHGK is linearly independent set, we suppose that the result is false. Means we prove this result by method of contradiction. So suppose that the result is false. It means CHGK will be linearly dependent set. By definition of linearly dependent set, we have a finite subset of CHGK which is linearly dependent. Now let S be the set consisting distinct elements phi 1, phi 2, phi n, and it is a minimal finite subset of CHGK which is linearly dependent. This is a minimal What is the meaning of minimal? Minimal means if T is a subset of this containing less than suppose that T is strict subset of proper subset of S, then T will be linearly independent. Means no subset of CHGK which is less than this is linearly dependent. So by definition of linear dependence, we have some scalars a1, a2, an, so that the combination, linear combination is a zero map. Zero map brings every element of G to a zero of K. No, remember that none of a1, a2, an will be zero because S is minimal subset. For example, suppose that a1 is 0. If a1 is 0, then we have a2 phi 2 plus dot dot an phi n is equal to 0, which suggests that phi 2 phi n, phi 2 phi 3 dot 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 phi n is a linearly dependent subset, which is a subset of S. But S is minimal subset, so no proper subset of S will be dependent. So this contradicts the minimality of set S. So by minimality of S, if a1 phi 1 plus a2 phi 2 plus an phi n is 0, then all a1 a2 an are non-zero. So you just remember this. Now applying both sides G, because this is a zero map by equality of maps. If you apply G on both sides, so 0 of G will be 0 on right side and left side will become this. This will become by using the group homomorphism property. And convention, note that here f plus g of x can be written as fx plus gx. A into f of x is equal to alpha into f of x will is equal to alpha into fx. So we use this to write this. This is suppose that this is equation number 1 dash. Now remember that phi 1, phi 2, phi n all are distinct. It means phi 1 is not equal to phi 2. Since these two maps are not same, it means we have an element in the domain. Suppose that this element is H, such that phi 1H will not be phi 2H. Why? Because if phi 1 is equal to phi 2H for all H, then phi 1 will be phi 2. This is the equality of maps. So phi 1 is not equal to phi 2. This implies that we have an element H in G such that phi 1 H is not equal to phi 2 H. Okay, we use this result. Now multiplying both sides of 1 dash by phi 1 H, then 1 dash will become summation ai phi 1 H into phi ig from I is equal to 1 to n is equal to 0. Suppose that this is equation number 2. Okay, so equation number 2 is obtained by multiplying both sides by element phi 1 H. Next, replacing G by GH in 1 dash and using the property of group homomorphism. Phi I of GH can be written as phi IG into phi IH. So here, if we replace G by GH, then 1 dash will become this. And using the property of group homomorphism, phi I of gh can be written as phi ig into phi ih. So we write this equation as this. Now subtracting this equation from 2 using summation convention, then it will be summation I is equal to 1 to n ai phi 1h minus ai phi ih into phi ig is equal to 0 for all g. Now ai is common in both, so we may write it as ai into phi 1h minus ai ai into phi 1h minus phi ih. But note that phi 1 for I is equal to 1, this will be a1 phi 1h and this will also be a1 phi 1h. It means first term will be cancelled out. So in this summation convention, we have ai into phi 1h minus phi ih into phi ig is equal to 0, where summation runs from 2 to n. Why? Because for first term, both terms of this are same. Okay, put I is equal to 1 in both terms and observe that this will be same, and so it will be cancelled out, and hence we have summation this from I is equal to 2 to n is equal to 0. Remember that a1 a2 an are non-zero. Since phi 1h is not equal to phi 2h, it means the first coefficient of this summation convention means a2 into phi 1h minus phi 2h is not equal to 0. Why? Because a2 is not equal to 0, phi 1h is not equal to phi 2h, it means phi 1h minus phi 2h is not equal to 0. Now a2 is not equal to 0, phi 1h minus phi 2h is not equal to 0. This suggests that a2 into phi 1h minus phi 2h is not equal to 0. So this shows that some of the coefficients are non-zero in this expression. It suggests that phi 2, phi 3, phi n. Now observe that since this is 0 for all g, it means this summation leave phi, this summation from this is 0 minus. So from this expression we observe that this is a linearly dependent set, but no subset of S is linearly dependent because S is minimal dependent subset of CHGK. It means we have a contradiction. Hence, our assumption is wrong. Thus, proved. Okay. So this is very important result of Galois theory, Dedekind theorem, and we use this in corollary 3 and next results. So because these theorems are too long, so we discuss their proofs in next videos. Thank you.